Hello everyone. We decided to take a walk through an antique store because you never know what you may find, and this one did have a few interesting pieces. You can find a lot of these stores around, and for a Canadian antique store, it's got pretty usual stuff so far. Old cans and bottles that you would normally find in the kitchen. From what I could tell, most of this was from the 60s and 70s era. I was surprised to see a product from Esso here. This is an old box of Parawax or paraffin that would have been used for canning and sealing old mason jars. And this is a bunch of old stubby beer bottles, probably from the late 60s, early 70s period. Stubbies were popular in Canada until the 1980s, when they were replaced by long neck bottles for the most part. Yeah, we then come over to this section of the store where they probably had hundreds of these G.I. Joe accessories. I really don't know much about G.I. Joe stuff or what scale these were, but somebody was really into this. Helmets, hats, and coats of different types. I remember G.I. Joe being stupidly popular when I was a kid, and no, I'm not going to let you know when that was. I was just wondering out there, please leave in the comments below, is this still a really popular thing out there, G.I. Joe stuff? Here's a better view of them. From what I could tell, they probably were based on the 60s and 70s period of uniforms, but I'm pretty sure I'm seeing a few World War II items in here as well. They even had a jerry can, among other items. We continued to walk through the store, and then I turned around and seen something familiar. It was the black fire extinguisher shaped item. I remember my uncle had a red one that I believe he was given for Christmas. It's from the 1960s and holds liquor, basically a decanter, but it was also a music box. It was pretty tongue-in-cheek even for that time. The music box would play a song, I believe it was called How Dry Am I? The side of it's got some things written on it, such as thirst extinguisher, to refill, call your host, that kind of thing. It was an interesting memory, but I left it there. But when I turned around to check out the other side, this wooden fish caught my eye. This wooden carved fish more than likely originated from Japan, and that's not how it's supposed to look, not really meant to be an ornament. In Japanese, they're called jizaikagi, or an adjustable pot hook, which would be placed over a sunken hearth fired with charcoal. As seen in these pictures, it mainly consisted of an iron rod and bamboo tube which was used for raising and lowering a suspended pot, and in the case of this one, by means of an attached lever decorated like a fish. So when it was brought over to the West, it was remodeled a bit, and sadly I fear that the other parts have long gone missing. But you could say that a household item became more artistic in a way. So yeah, we had a lot of fun going through this antique store and discovering these different things. And I hope you enjoyed this small but brief tour as well.